How's it going, everyone? Core 4 back at it again. We got Andrew, my co-host, and we got Matt and Kevin Murphy as our guests. Well, basically members now. But today we're going to talk about the 2020 MLB season. The last time you heard from us, baseball was still in question to happen. But now, I think the Tuesday since the last video we did, baseball's back, and we couldn't be happier. So just want to get right into it. So it's going to be a 60-game season starting on July 23rd. We got the Yankees kicking off against the Nationals, so that'd be a great matchup. We got Scherzer, Cole, and from there on, it's going to be 40 in-division games and 20 interleague. So I just want to hear you guys' thoughts. Like, do you like the system? Do you think it's plausible with COVID and testing and everything? So I'll let you guys get after it here.
You want to take point on this, Murph? Let it rock?
Sure. I mean, this is probably as best we're going to get it, right? I mean, the commission already came out and said, 60 games was the plan all along. So we can't expect anything more of that. Based on the whole situation with the pandemic, I think this is probably the best way we could get it done. Just do geographic locations. So, the two East divisions will square off, the two Central will square off, and the two West will square off. So I think probably the best we're going to get. And honestly, I'm just happy baseball's back.
Yeah. I'm excited to go watch on TV, finally, baseball. I don't care what it is. It's baseball. I'm not waking up at 4 a.m. to watch my, the Nexen Heroes of the KBO. I was a big fan of them. Yellow Park, my guy. But, I can't do that no more. I can finally wake up normal and watch MLB. But Cole versus Scherzer and Cole versus DeGrom, battle for whoever is the best in New York. But that should be fun this year.
That's on wraps already, but we'll see it.
What do you mean that's on wraps? Get out of here with that.
It really is, but
another big thing this year, we got a universal DH. So I know there's two sides to the story here. There's the AL side. They love their DH. They love the ninth hitter in. But then there's the guys like me who appreciate the Madison Bumgarners, if anyone remembers the Steven Matz debut, stuff like that.
Just prime thing for him.
The Mets have had the best hitters that are pitchers and that I can remember. So, I mean, it's going to be great to have another hitter in the lineup like a Yoenis Cespedes, who's he's up to stuff recently. But
you know who?
He's back.
He's back. But I gotta say, this is people playing the Mets' favor because they don't have to let J.D. Davis roam the outfield, or they don't have to let Yoenis Cespedes roam the outfield. I mean, they can actually finally walk up to the dish 3 times a day and then possibly go boar hunting the rest of the game and or go golfing,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think a lot of NL teams are going to benefit, especially those teams that are deep, like the Dodgers, the Mets. They got some bats on the bench. Yeah, you guys have got some bats on the bench. I'll give it to you. Cespedes, he could probably benefit from a DH spot, right? I think putting him back in the field is probably detrimental at this point. Liability. Especially with a 66 days, they got to do 60 games, 66 days. Brutal. So I think a DH is definitely going to be important for these teams. Keep the pitchers healthy.
No, what's it called?
Yeah.
No All-Star break, right?
No All-Star break. No All-Star game this year, unfortunately.
No.
First time since World War II, apparently.
So how do they decide who gets home field advantage in the World
they got
Series?
rid of that anyway.
Someone's got to get 4. I mean,
record. I thought.
Yeah,
I thought
probably.
It's record. It's going to be record.
That makes the most sense.
They got rid of the All-Star game having meaning recently, so it's the only game that actually people tried, and then they just ripped that away.
So I just want to bring up something. We got players opting not to play this year. We got guys a few unimportant guys Joe Ross of the Washington Nationals, 5th starter, was I'm not playing, safety reasons. Okay, goodbye. You just lost $9 million. To get sick. Again, nothing against COVID, but you lost $9 million. And then you got guys like David Price, an absolute savage, giving $250,000 to minor leaguers to compensate for them not having a job this year, and then opting out. So he just said, I have enough money here, take it, and I'm not going to play this year. And then you got guys also getting diagnosed with it and not playing. Not making it to the first week of camp. So do you think that'll affect people? Coming into the season, will Because I know guys like DJ LeMahieu have it, Salvador Perez has it, Freddie Freeman has it. I think Miguel Sano also has it. So how do you think it's going to affect these teams, like losing star players?
I think this season, this season depth is going to matter more than anything. It really comes into play here now. Nobody can foresee what's going to happen, like who's going to get sick, who's going to opt out randomly. Maybe mid-season someone will opt out. I'm not sure, like if there are contractual obligations or anything like that, where like they have to play the full 60 games if they can. But yeah, it's really just going to be critical for these teams to keep their depth in check.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Matt. It's all about depth this year. The teams with the most depth are gonna get further through the season. Like obviously it's a shortened season, but you gotta remember you got 66 games and you're battling a pandemic. Guys are gonna get sick. They're gonna get on and off the IL, and it's gonna be interesting to see how teams get to have battled through this whole situation, right? And I think as we get close to the opening day, you're gonna probably see more guys opt out. Honestly, as more cases start to rack up, especially around Florida and Arizona. That's where the outbreak seems to be more intense at this point. So we'll see, getting closer to opening day, how guys react.
Right. So they're going to have to utilize their bench more. And what's the deal with minor league players? Are they allowed to just call them up anytime? Or
if there was like a 60-player pool, I think if you were added to that pool, I think you're able to play it. Like you get called up from that. I think you're present in the area or at the stadium for like to be like called up, quote unquote, to join the roster. But I mean, with the rosters being this big, you got more debuts. So this year, if it goes as planned and they actually go through that on the 23rd, we're going to see a lot of debuts this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hopefully they pan out. And this should be a fun season, I think.
So depth in the roster, depth in the farm, and also through trades, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the deal with trades? I feel like,
so trades are going to go down. Basically, if you're on the 60-man roster, you're eligible to get traded. Anybody not on that roster cannot get traded. Yeah. So you're going to see some high-level prospects on the move potentially, depending on what trades look like and who's open, right? Business as usual, I think, until, was it August?
August.
Yeah, August.
The old waiver deadline.
Yep, that'll be the deadline for trade. So should be interesting. Probably won't see too many major moves, but
we could see Frankie on the move. We could see Mookie on the move, maybe if the Dodgers aren't doing too good at that
could
point.
See Nolan on the move, possibly. Never know.
A lot of minor moves. I feel like we're gonna see.
Yeah. Most recently, the Padres acquired Jorge Mateo, foundation supporter. From the Athletics. So shout out to you, Jorge. Good luck with the Padres.
Former Yankee prospect, too.
Former Yankee prospect, yes, sir. And then I think lastly, we could discuss the extra inning rule with the runner on second rule. You think that's fair? Or
I don't know this. I never heard
of
of it.
So basically, the new rule is during the regular season, extra innings, so any inning after the ninth, there's going to be a runner on second automatically. That runner will not count as an earned run for the pitcher, but if he scores, obviously the pitcher will get lost. And that's the whole regular season, and during the postseason, that rule's gone. But yeah, basically, I think that rule's fine. Why not? Who cares? 60 games, you got 66 days, get it done. I mean, extra innings you get to a point when you get into extra innings and it's just boring.
Yeah. I mean, no, extra innings is fun in the postseason, but in the regular season,
going like 16 innings is kind of ridiculous now.
Yeah,
it'll be normal in the
normal
postseason, so we'll be fine there. It's just to catch up for lost time, I feel like.
Yeah. Basically, just to keep guys from getting hurt.
This should be a really fun season. I mean, does it count if you win the series? Does it count?
Yes,
I believe so.
Why not? It's going to be the only Corona chip, right? So there you go. It's fun to play for.
The only Corona World Series. So I mean, you can claim it as your own.
Yep.
You can say that praise God, and if this never happens again, please don't let it happen again. But I mean, if you win it, you're going to be the only one in history to have a championship like this. So
yeah. You got to give credit where it's due, and the one that comes out on top is going to be a team that had to adapt a lot, a team that had to, put in a lot of work nonetheless. So
stole the words right out of my mouth. I was
Yep.
going to say something about adaptation. So
Yeah.
we've been emphasizing depth and everything. So like, if you adapt to everything going on and you win, like you won.
You
did
deserve
it.
to win. I'll back any team who wins it besides the Red Sox and the Astros.
But you adjusted. So like you had guys. It was like Andrew said in the Yankees podcast the whole last year. Next man up. This is the perfect example. You get a star that gets COVID. You need someone ready to go. And if you have guys that do that and perform at a high level, I count it. I mean, maybe it's a low sample size, but it's still
low sample size. But next year should be a fun. After this year, this upcoming season, we'll see how players actually get their bodies back in shape for 162, 140 game season, whatever they switch it to.
It should be interesting to see what the Rookie of the Year looks like this year. You know,
And
like you said,
and
there's so many different news
I want stats. Yeah, like who's the
Yeah.
league leader? What's that? 20 this year? I don't know.
home runs are gonna look like probably like 20. Like 20 is gonna seem pretty.
You could get like a Rookie of the Year MVP candidate or something. Like if a
That'd
rookie,
be crazy. Imagine.
Just prorate it. They should just like proportion it out, you know.
you could have like
That's
you
the
could have
look weird.
nobody's winning like Cy Youngs. Like,
I could see a Cy Young MVP winner. I think.
That would be great.
I think it's gonna be a very pitcher-friendly season. I think the first couple weeks are gonna be weird. It's gonna feel like spring training, right? It's gonna be 30-man rosters, so you're gonna see a lot of experimenting with that whole stuff. But I think after that, baseball is gonna start settling in and really be fun to watch.
they're asking for like you got to be hot right from the start. Like,
Yeah, that's
So
a tough
if
task.
your team is if you start off bad, like your playoff hopes may be down the drain right away. So
Yeah.
and there's going to be. I mean, if a team gets into a tiebreaker, I mean, it's going to be like we may see a tiebreaker this year. That'd be pretty cool. Game
Yeah.
163 or game 61.
Murph and I were talking about this, about what's it called? There's no home versus away advantage this year, so that's going to be like you're playing in a neutral site every time essentially. Except like the only thing that's different is you're going to know like, oh, this is my, like the insides and outs of the park, and like like it's your locker room, but like you're not going to have fans in your ear and stuff. So it's just going to be just like playing like practice. I don't know, like it's what it is right now, literally, but just with 18 guys on the field or whatever. So
You got like the Dodgers are recording like what was it? They recorded like a fan cheering. So like they were playing with it, like a simulated game. And every time they hit the ball, it would be like a cheer. Every time someone struck out, they'd play like a boo track. Like if teams like that would be pretty. That's pretty funny to see.
Smart. Yeah.
Like it's gonna be like weird watching it on TV because it's just gonna be quiet and the announcers like. And you maybe players get mic'd up this season. Maybe they have a little.
That would be cool.
That would be
something
really cool.
Awesome to watch.
It's just going to be actual like it matters this time that they actually get mic'd up. So maybe I'd like to see that. I'd like to see
Like watching golf.
Yeah, these golf claps from the bench.
like everyone's like 6 feet apart. Like
6 feet, mask on. They're all like, "Yeah, good job."
there's like stupid rules like there's no spitting, of course, because you may actually spit on someone. And then you like a pitcher gets to keep a wet rag in his back pocket instead of licking his fingers. Like, I'm sorry, but no pitcher's gonna be like, 1 second.
You're gonna see so many pitchers go, and they're gonna be like, "Oh," and they just like,
I need a new ball.
And they go. Like it's gonna be like second nature for these guys. They're gonna go,
Yeah.
ref's gonna throw him. Umpire's gonna throw him out. You're God. You lick your fingers. Get out of here. Go sit down.
No licking fingers. But like the umpire said that there's also the rule that if you get thrown out, you're gonna be treated more harsh with like suspension because of the fact that like you're getting close to the umpire. Like, but I don't know. I don't know about that, but I mean,
no celebrations, no fist bumps, no high fives. That's gonna be pretty lame. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's dumb.
I think they'll break like after the first.
Absolutely. You're gonna see Yankees going.
that celebration's like, good job.
Good job.
Hopefully the Yankees won't do much celebrating anyway. But
Oh! Whoa! Watch it over there, man. I know where you live.
Listen, guy. At least we're the favorites in our division. All right.
well, you should be.
Yeah.
It's 60 games, so who knows what happens.
But yeah, I don't.
Who's the
Who
sleeper?
knows? It's gonna be interesting.
Who's the sleeper team for the 2020 World Series?
White Sox.
White Sox, yeah.
I think the White Sox are going to be pretty scary.
White Sox.
Angels.
No.
Angels? You think Angels? Trout might not even play.
Angels, yeah,
If
Angels.
Trout plays,
If Trout plays, all right.
Trout
You see
doesn't
that?
play.
He says he's uncomfortable. I can respect it in a way, but still, like, the Angels are probably like, please play. Like, please.
please play. This is our only
We'll pay
chance
you
to
more.
win.
You'll get prorated and then some.
We'll give you a little extra off the top.
Please. You can't do this to us. Do you guys think there'll be fans back in the stadiums at all before the end of the season?
No, not at all. Not even like 10% capacity.
That's dependent on the government, right? Or
It goes state by state. So.
state by state.
Depends on Cuomo.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe in
You
Florida,
might see Texas get wild with it. They'll probably allow some people,
Texas,
but-
yeah.
Texas get wild with it.
Yeah, they'll probably be like, pack it, whatever.
Yeah, like
Maybe in
all right,
Start putting it on trash cans.
we need money. Get in. We won't
Get in.
like. We'll put a green screen behind home plate and block everyone out.
And you can see the complete opposite in like Cali. Like someone's gonna like go walk by the stadium. They're gonna get tackled by like some
Yeah.
security guy. Be like, get away.
But yeah, this should be a fun one. I'm
I think- Are they gonna do like gatherings outside the stadium?
No, I don't think they can even do
Talking
that.
about this, Matt, yeah.
I don't even think they can do that. I think it depends on the state. I don't think
like tailgate.
I would love
like,
to
that's
tailgate
gonna be
at
hard in New York, but like Texas and like maybe Florida, probably
Texas.
Damn,
Texas.
put them on blast like that.
I would
Yeah,
love
you're not
to
allowed
see
to Texas like that. I mean, it's not like they're going to win a division this year anyway. So
They got that new stadium that no one can go in.
I like the Rangers. I think they got everyone's flaming their stadium, but I think it looks pretty cool.
yeah, the
What's the
stadium's
stadium
fresh.
look like?
I'll give
I
that.
think it's fresh. Everyone keeps calling it abandoned warehouse. Wait, why?
What's it look like? Oh, I'm looking it
Leave
up.
him alone.
Yeah, but Matt and I were having this discussion yesterday or a couple of days ago, just like going outside the city with setting up a TV and just watching the game. But
I would love to do that.
it's impossible. Like, let's see what the officials say.
Build it.
I
Let's
see
do it. We'll build it.
outside. The
We'll do an
stadium.
episode outside City Field
Well,
Ooh, field trip.
Ooh.
Field trip.
trip.
But like, you hit a walk off. Okay, are we pouring the Gatorade on you?
Absolutely. Hand sanitizer. How about that?
Douse you in hand.
Just dousing you in hand sanitizer.
Everyone after's like,
Wow, their stadium's cool. I like it. The Ranger Stadium.
I mean,
Yeah, it's nice, dude. I like it a lot.
is the old stadium still up?
I think so.
I feel like going back to celebrations and like the new MLB. I feel like mask designs are gonna be. They're gonna like players are gonna do something like crazy with masks or whatever. Like
Oh
That-
yeah, you're gonna see
that's
some
solid.
good
bet,
things,
yeah.
you know?
Do you think they're gonna have a players weekend?
I don't see why not, but I think that's probably like the low tier
I mean,
priority.
we're like
Jerseys are
different.
disgusting.
I mean, the black and the neon. I mean, you got to come up with a better idea than the jerseys they had for players weekend the past 2 years. But I mean, it's a cool idea.
The all white were terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the all black fit the Yankees, but like
All white with the Mets.
that's pretty much it. Although all white didn't look good.
You didn't read the.
And like
neon.
adding the neon. Yeah, you adding the neon.
I think they need to do something better. I think they need to like discuss players. Like I doubt they even talk to the players. Like we're gonna have player weekend, but we're not gonna let the players decide what
We're
uniforms.
just gonna have it. We're gonna leave the jerseys in the lockers.
They can just customize their cleats and bats, and that's it.
That'd be
But
cool.
a fun thing to look forward to in the regular season is the game in Iowa, the Field
That's
of
still
Dreams game.
happening?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
the Yankees aren't playing in it. It's the Chicago versus Cardinals. Hopefully the Yankees get to go play next year in it. But I mean, I can't wait to see what they're gonna
Yep,
do.
that's gonna be
Watch the
good.
field not even be ready. They're gonna be like, oh, sorry, we need to like cut down the
We
cord.
did- we started growing corn again. Our bad.
We thought the season was canceled. What the hell? Like,
Make up your mind.
make up your mind, yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much sums up the 2020 season.
I mean, yeah, I think we got a lot to look forward to. I mean, it was very abrupt in how the season was put together. But I mean, Manfred was dragging his feet a little bit, but I feel like now the plan's in place to just see baseball again. I couldn't be happier. I know everyone here agrees. So
Can't wait.
Just get July 23rd here now. I need
Yeah.
baseball.
Yeah, I need it.
Like-
2.5 weeks couldn't
that.
come sooner.
Yes.
Of course. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening, and the link should be out tomorrow or Tuesday whenever Andrew gets it ready. And we appreciate your time as always. And guys, thanks for joining me as always. And we'll see you for episode 10. Might be something different, but we'll let you know. All right. Thanks, guys.